We have a very full agenda today. I'm going to start by talking about some party news. A lot has been happening within our party in the last month. Then we'll speak with a gentleman named Rashad Campbell. He's an author, Thoughts of an Incarcerated Mind. Vernon Burton is here. He has been on my to-get list for a long time. Many don't know we have such a treasure in this man right here in 96. So he's going to speak about the Supreme Court and race, and we are all going to be enlightened by the words he has to share. Then I'm going to give a campaign speech. I know I run the show, but you haven't heard me talk about my campaign since, April. So I'm going to give you an update as to what's going on. Then we'll have our Volunteer of the Month award, and then we'll close out. Sound like a packed agenda to you? Make sure you grab an agenda from the back table as well. Lots of good information in that agenda beyond just the speakers and the things going on today. So grab one of those brochures and have it. So, before we get to our speakers, let's go through some updates. Let's quickly review what's happening in our party. On our website, if you click a button at the top called Election 2022, you will see a list of Democratic nominees for various positions. And just look at these names up here on the screen. Joe Cunningham, Crystal Matthews, Lisa Ellis, Peggy Butler, Ann Parks, myself, Teresa Griffin, and Johanna Bishop. These names are set and they will be on the ballot. Let's give them a round of applause for making it through the primaries. We will see them on the ballot in November, but it is our duty as citizens of South Carolina to get to know these candidates. They will do their best to reach out to you through advertisements, through social media, through door knocking, through yard signs, etc. But we need to meet them halfway. So on this website, there are links to their websites, their social media accounts. If you're a TikToker, an Instagrammer, a Twitterer, Facebook, whatever, meet them halfway, please, and follow them. Get to know them. Interact with their campaigns online. Share, retweet, repost, put it on your stories, all those fancy terms. Help them get the word out. This is what we can do as Democrats to help our candidates out. And it's just exciting, and I think this is a very powerful slate. Other news this past week, did you hear Joe Cunningham on Monday announced his running mate? Lieutenant Governor Tally Parham Casey. She is a fantastic pick. She is distinguished as the very first female fighter pilot from South Carolina. That's just incredible. Right? I hate going on airplanes as a passenger, right? But I can't imagine doing 3 tours in Iraq in active combat as a fighter pilot. She's a native of Greenville. She's now CEO of a law firm. And personally, I think Tally Casey is a stupendous choice. And just that ticket, Cunningham Casey, rolls off the tongue. I like it. So let's make sure we support them and get a chance to turn out when they arrive in Greenville or any neighboring county. We want to show them our full support. Otherwise, we just hand it over to McMaster, don't we? Boo. In addition to the November election, we have an election right here in the city of Greenwood on Tuesday. It is a special election to fill an open seat for Ward 2. Last month, we had the 2 candidates, Robert Dean and James Jones. They both got up here and spoke. Their videos are available on our website if you missed it. But if you are in Ward 2, please get out and vote. The last special election for that seat drew just over 60 voters. 12 hours of voting, only 60 people turned out to vote out of thousands who are eligible. So if you are in Ward 2 or know of people who are in Ward 2, make a difference. Show these gentlemen some respect for getting up and putting themselves out there and cast that vote. If you need more information, we do have brochures in the back with full biographies on both of these gentlemen. You can get to learn more about them. We will be served fine by them. I am good with either choice, and we're lucky to have 2 great choices, but only one of them will win, and it's up to you, the voter, to decide who that will be. And then finally, on the election front, there are still a lot of other positions that are up for election. Local, nonpartisan positions for the city of Greenwood, mayor, and 3 county council spots for wards 2, 4, and 6. And school board, there are 4 districts in GWD 50 up for election, not to mention Hodges, Ware Shoals, and Troy. They all have elections for mayor and their respective town councils. All of that information is in your brochure, in your agenda. You can see all the open positions. If you are interested in running, and let me tell you, it's worth doing. I'm loving every second of it. It is worth putting yourself out there and serving the public this way. It is great experience to run. We've got information about running back on our table as well. I encourage you to do so. You can see me. You can see Ms. Janelle Brooks over there. Jamel Brooks over there. She's our Search and Support Committee chairwoman. We've been meeting every week to go over candidates and try to recruit people to fill these roles. We don't want these seats to go unchallenged. We want all candidates to have to work for their spot. So please, if you have it in you, get up and run. We'll help you through it if this is your first time. Speaking of candidates, one of the candidates that I'm really excited about, Lisa Ellis, for State Superintendent of South Carolina, is going to be in Greenwood today, right after this meeting, 11 o'clock to 2:30. She will be over at Howard's on Main, which is just 2 miles down the road here, uptown Greenwood. Go on out and see her. She is an amazing lady. I've had a chance to speak with her. She is also the only qualified person on the ballot. Am I right? Her opponent hasn't even met the qualifications yet, right? You have to have, by law, a master's degree. Does her opponent have one? No. She says she's going to get one over the summer. You know, apparently you can go to Walmart and just buy a master's degree nowadays, or Bob Jones University, either one. I'm not sure which she's doing it at. But I'm very dubious that she's going to make it through. But Lisa Ellis is a teacher of decades of experience. She's got the students, the teachers, and the parents' best interest in mind. South Carolina will be served well by Lisa Ellis. So come on out and show her your support. Also, feel free to share with her what concerns you have about our public education system. And I know we have them. She is here on a listening tour. Also today, and if you haven't heard the news by now, I'm happy to introduce it. We have officially a new headquarters uptown. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Did you know we have a headquarters now? And I'm hoping this will be a permanent home, not just an election home. It has been my dream since I was elected chair of the Greenwood County Democratic Party in April 2020 to move the headquarters out of my garage and into a beautiful home like we have today. So I give special thanks to Roseanne and Towns Jones. They had an unused office building that they've extended to us for use, and it is just amazing. It's got 7 different rooms plus a lobby. It's air conditioned, spacious, and I want to thank a bunch of people for helping put it together. Kathy Swindell, Wanda Moore, Audrey Witherspoon, Mitch Litwer, Lane Horowitz, Elaine Gentry, and especially George Swindell, who spent all day mopping the floors, getting things swept up, power, vacuuming everything. He got it nice and clean for us. So thank you, everybody. This was not a single person effort. And I want to invite you, if you happen to be uptown, stop on by between 6 and 8. I'll be there. A couple of refreshments, some music, nothing fancy, but if you want to see it for yourself, you gotta be there. Who's seen it so far? Raise your hand. What do you think? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So you got to come on and see it. It just instills a sense of pride in the Greenwood Democrats, and it gives us a launching pad for us to have meetings. I have an office there for my campaign. Ann Parks has an office there for her campaign. And it's open to any other candidate who wishes to store materials there, like yard signs and handouts, make phone calls, do phone banking. If you need a place to go, our headquarters is open for you. Just give me a holler. Oh, I just want to end the meeting on this note. This is just a great piece of news to share. We had a school supplies drive last weekend in a coordinated effort between the state Democratic Party and the Lisa Ellis for State Superintendent campaign. Every county party throughout the state did a school supplies drive for teachers and students in our public schools. You know, somebody posted on Facebook that a local bank was offering teachers an interest-free $1,000 loan to help with supplies. And I found that embarrassing. Why is it that a teacher needs to take out a loan for school supplies? You know, we have our state legislators bragging they got $1 billion they can give in tax refunds to you know, a couple bucks here and there to taxpayers. And yet teachers have to go take loans for school supplies. That's upside down. So Lisa and the state party stepped up, organized, and I thank those of you here today who contributed to that drive, and we will be getting those distributed to the homeless students of GWD 50. We've met with the coordinator there, and we'll be getting this equipment out to them. So thank you to all who stepped up for that. It was certainly a great community care movement. All right. Floyds Fish Fry. It's this month, second annual. It's a big event over at the Boys and Girls Club. Fish, burgers, dogs, veggie burgers, all will be there. We'll have music, we'll have speakers, we'll have some entertainment, raffles to give away, handouts. It's just a fun, festive atmosphere, plus you get a meal. So help us with our summer fundraiser. Come on out to Floyd's Fish Fry on the 27th from 11 to 3. George back there has handouts, has flyers, if you want to take one back with you or post it in a church or get the word out. He also has tickets that you can buy or sell. If you can help sell some tickets, we can certainly use that help. Last year, we had over 320 tickets sold. It exceeded all of our expectations, thanks to the grassroots help from people like you. So come on out, Abbeville. Come on out, Chicago and Chattanooga. Come on back for some fish. Come on back for some hot dogs and hamburgers. All right, so help us out and turn out in great numbers. We hear that Mr. Floyd Nicholson might make an appearance. All right, it is named after him. Yes, he is working hard fishing as we speak to get us that fish. It's all hand caught by Senator Nicholson himself. So thank you. Before I leave that topic, we are asking for volunteer help. We need volunteers to help work it. It's a 4-hour event. We could use help setting up the day before, the day of, taking it down, even working with the food, you know, helping distribute the food, working the line, working the raffles, just general assistance if you can offer it. If you can't be there in person, you can also help by donating some food items and supplies. We have that information in the back by the Floyd's Fish Fry table. If you can see what items we're still needing, like we're looking for people to help donate some hot dogs, I think, some other food items. If you can do that, that'd be great. If you can volunteer, there's a volunteer form as well. Together, we make this event work. So I look forward to seeing you all out there. And if you're the praying type, pray for beautiful weather. Pray to keep the rain away that Saturday, okay? It was beautiful last year. We're hoping it'll be beautiful again. It's my highest anxiety. I'll admit it. Outdoor events give me such anxiety because that's the one thing I can't control is the weather as much as I wish I could. Lastly, have you heard the great news? Have you heard the great news? I want to end this segment by giving some recognition for our President, Joseph Biden, for knocking it out of the park these past few weeks. Stocks are up. Jobs are up. Gas is down. One of the original plotters of 9/11 has been taken out. Acts have been passed to deal with the technology threat from China and to help with the health care of our veterans in need of medical care. A climate deal has been made at long last and is right on the cusp of being signed into law, and abortion rights have been defended in Kansas. And he did all of this while suffering from COVID. Who's the man? Show some pride in our president. Now, Let's be honest. Did he do it all himself? Of course not. Of course not. But this is why I applaud our president. He surrounded himself with intelligent, hardworking, competent individuals who, under his steady hand, is getting the job done, holding the wheel steady, and bringing our nation out of one of the most disruptive events in human history that affected not just the United States, but every country worldwide. You think the United States is the only one battling inflation? No. Every country is, and some of them worse than us. We are coming out of it with the steady leadership. Can you just imagine if we had the former guy in charge and his clown car full of rotating administrative personnel? This would be an unmitigated disaster. So I thank Joseph Biden, Kamala Harris, and the rest of his staff for guiding us through these tough times.